Good morning, YouTube. Today we're going to play around with some computers and try and fix my broken Ferrari 458.
So are you recording all of the nefarious activities?
If you're new to the channel, my name is Dan, this is my garage, this is my busted Ferrari 458. At the moment, something's causing the idle to surge way up, like it will surge all the way up to 9,000 RPMs, which obviously is not such a good thing. I have some new mass airflow sensors on the way from Italy. Well, COVID's causing everything to take forever. I did look up, there is a Bosch equivalent part because it's just a regular old Bosch sensor, even though it's got the Ferrari part number on it. I could find those as well for a lot cheaper, but I already ordered them, so it's too late, so whatever. Talking to Josh, and we came up with a few ideas, some things I'm gonna try. So I did previously pull out the throttle bodies and the MAFs and clean everything. He said actually I need to try and do a relearn function. So I'm gonna take my launch computer out. We're gonna do the same thing, pull off all the MAF sensors, pull off the throttle bodies, clean them up a little bit, use a rag, clean them as much as we can, put it all back together, and then hook up my launch and see if we can do the relearn and see if that helps. Let's give it a try. Mo, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you smelling, huh? What you smelling? Anything? Okay. Here are the mass airflow sensors, and here's the throttle body. Easiest way to get this all out is we're actually going to take out the air box because that just makes it easier. Then we can undo these clamps and get all that stuff out of the way. To disconnect the MAFs, there are little connectors. You push on them and then kind of pull out as you're separating. You pull on this piece and then it starts to slide out. Push out, and then once it gets out to the very end, you can kind of wiggle it and get the rest of the way. The air box is disconnected. There we go. Okay. There we go. There. All right, we got the throttle bodies out. They're actually pretty clean because, again, we had already cleaned them. So I'll just give them a nice cleaning again. We're gonna use a cloth and a little bit of throttle body cleaner. And Mo, you need to stay away because this is chemical stuff, you know. All right, throttle bodies are clean, so we'll put them back on and then do the relearn programming thing. So we'll get this on there. And finally, we'll reconnect our mass airflow sensors. And that one. All right, we got it all cleaned up again. Go wash up, and then we'll put in the launch and try and reprogram or have it relearn the throttle bodies. All right, we're firing up my launch X4031. I need to plug in the dongle right here into the OBD port, which is way under there. Fire up the application. I've never done this sequence, so I guess it's gonna be a special function. Electronic throttle relearn. That's probably it. It's connecting. I probably need the computer. There we go. Gotta turn the car forward. I don't see Ferrari in here. I didn't see it under the special functions. There was no Ferrari, so I'm doing a bit of a software update. We'll see if that helps. All right, we're doing some updates. Hopefully this will get us so we can do it. So I'm not sure I could do the relearn, but I went into the Ferrari section, electronic ignition, Bosch ECU, special functions, and I had throttle valve reset, and then when I did that, I could actually hear the throttle bodies clicking. So I'm hoping that's all I need to do. I don't think that's a relearn, but at least I got it to reset. We'll see. I'm gonna poke around a little bit longer. All right, well, we did that little reset, so I'm gonna try starting it, and we'll hope for the best and see if maybe, just maybe, it'll stop surging. So I have to be ready to put it right into gear if it starts surging, otherwise it kind of surges out of control. So foot on the brake, and here we go. feel the heat. I saw condensation on the window, so I knew it was getting heat in there somehow. If I put my hand right down here, I can actually feel air pulsing against it. So there's definitely an exhaust leak down here. I need to figure out where it's coming from. All right, you can really hear that exhaust leak now. I think it's coming from the clamp. Okay. So I think I need to get the right wheelhouse out of there and redo that clamp.
A few moments later.
All right, so when I kind of move the car back and forth to get it positioned better to pull off that wheel, I got a weird ECU fault about a throttle position A, B, something, I don't know. It was weird. So what I'm gonna do is I pulled the battery. We're gonna let this car sit with no power while we do fixing the exhaust. So basically there's an exhaust leak. I'm pretty sure it's the clamp that holds the headers to the rest of the exhaust. So I must have just not clamped it correctly. Entirely possible, easy to make that mistake. So we're gonna fix that real quick. And then while we're doing that, the computer should reset and then we'll try it again after that. So yeah, I had to get suited up in the monkey suit and we'll get this car up in the air, take a look at that. We gotta pull off the fender liners and then we should have access to the clamp right there. It's really easy to get to. Got it, Mo? Okay, yes. All right, yes. All right, car's up in the air. Let's get the wheel off real quick. All right, now that the wheel is out of the way, we pull off the front fender liner. We can actually kind of detach the rear, but you do have to kind of get out of the way, and then the exhaust should be right there. So I looked in there and I was thinking, oh, like, you know, maybe the thing would be a little loose, the clamp or something like that, and the clamp broke. Yeah, it's split in half. So the exhaust, yeah, it's just chilling there. That would explain this severe exhaust leak. That's fascinating. I think I can get it welded back together. So now I need to find someone who can weld this thing. Yeah, that's really fascinating. So this little tab right there appears to have just snapped right off. So, all right, so that's just a regular old V-band clamp. Found one of the parts stores here in town has one. I think it's the right size. So we're gonna run up there and buy that part. So we'll be back in just a little bit. So old clamp that's broken, new clamp, much better looking. Well, turns out clamp is too small, and looking at what's available online, there's nothing in town that's gonna be quite right. So I think I'm just gonna have to order this part because it's actually really thick and these were all much thinner. I think they actually expect thinner walls. Great. Now we've gone from waiting for one set of Ferrari parts to 2 sets of Ferrari parts. So joy. The joys of owning Ferraris. Yay. So to be continued. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for watching. We're going to keep working on this thing. We will get it figured out. Stay tuned for that. In the meantime, like this video. That does help out my channel, so I appreciate it if you guys could do that. We'll have more car stuff coming your way. It's going to be sweet.